Hey, everybody. Welcome on into the Dumb Dad Podcast. My name is Evan, and I'm a dumb dad.
Hey, everybody. My name is Kevin, and I am also a dumb dad.
Feels good to say it out loud once in a while,
It
you
hurts
know?
quite a bit.
Meaning weekly, and then just comb over the details of why. Cheers, dummy.
Cheers.
Yeah, so here we are. I guess by the time our listeners and or viewers are absorbing this content, it'll be December.
It'll be December, and Thanksgiving will be a forgotten memory.
A forgotten memory, but the painful mistakes we made live on forever in our minds.
I mean, hopefully you guys didn't have some real painful mistakes. Like,
No.
Turkey fry gone real wild.
God.
Those videos make me not interested in trying it.
And in frying a turkey?
Yeah. Like not
a big risk taker on this side of the table.
I think I'd buy like a turkey breast and start small. I mean,
Have you had fried turkey?
I've had it once, yeah.
It's good.
It was fine.
It's good.
I just see the videos. I mean, I don't know.
You're mixing up two things here. You're not going to watch a bunch of successful videos of turkeys being fried
until you're frying for the first time. That's where everybody who made a bad video went wrong.
Yeah.
The Daily Show posted a video of fried turkeys going wrong, and my favorite one of all of them, because they were all just like bombs going off, basically. My favorite one, though, is the first one, because there's a dad about to put the turkey in the fryer, and the daughter, 6-year-old, comes out, and he's like about to put it in. The mom who's filming is like, "Go back in the house. Go back in the house. Go back in the house." And eventually the dad just, "Go back in the house."
The yelling dad.
Just the yelling dad. I died. It was my favorite.
Any of those videos I like watching of dads online where like they just yell something because they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Go in the house.
Yeah.
I didn't think this far through this. When my friend Daryl said this would be fine, and now we're in this situation.
I'm emotionally compromised.
And so anyway, yeah, here we are. No, we can just get right into it. We'll jump it right into it because we're not gonna talk about Thanksgiving too much because that was a little while ago now. Short to us now, but my dumb dad moment.
So is mine.
Was on Thanksgiving, so we can at least go.
Sure was, pal.
So yeah, we had Thanksgiving at your place. We were,
Yep.
Pleasure to be invited. We had a great time, amazing day, and I was so pumped. I don't know why for this year. Maybe I don't know. I mean, I'm always excited for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Now we don't. I'm not from Southern California, so I've done Friendsgivings for the most parts. For yeah, bro, I know. Could have fooled you.
I don't know anything
fooled
about
you all the way from the 134 to the one.
Get out of my house.
Who cares? But I was so pumped. I was like, super excited. My wife, we signed up for our dishes and everything. And it was nice to spend time, like most of your family was here.
Yep.
Which is cool to get to spend time with more of them. And it was like I think that morning, my wife and I are doing the thing like the night before, I'm so tired. I don't want to prep anything tonight. Like, what can we get away with not prepping tonight? I'm gung ho tomorrow. Throw the parade on. Let's get after it. And so we decided,
That's interesting.
That's
an
all
interesting
this stuff.
strategy.
I was just so tired.
I feel like I get restless. I know what you mean about being tired. I've been tired for 8 years now.
It's confidence. There's some confidence there of going like, wow, we can pull these 3 or 4 off in the morning. We can pull them off without worry.
Yeah, okay.
So first, like, little hiccup dumb dad moment, my wife was making green bean casserole. She's like, need a little bit of white wine to, like, simmer in here. Do you know where the white wine is? I'm like, no. She goes, did you drink that one was in the fridge? And I was like, yeah, like 2 days ago I had the last of it. She's like, okay, because now we don't have any. It's like,
wow.
Yeah, whoops.
Accusatory.
So, yeah, there I was going to the grocery store on Thanksgiving morning to get some white wine so my wife could finish her dish.
Some cooking wine.
Some cooking wine. But my real dumb dad moment was in the preparation of all that. So we got up at like 6:30 in the morning. We're like, we'll get up at 6:30. We'll just commit to it. We'll make ourselves coffee. We'll give ourselves plenty of time. So that's why we'll get up early. We'll make ourselves coffee.
Yeah.
The kids will throw the parade on eventually. We'll just be in there cooking and it'll be great. So that's what we did. And that worked totally fine other than having to go over to the grocery store really quick. But I mean, that was not that big of a deal really. But fast forward to getting ready for the day. And here I'm focused on getting ready. Took a shower, did my hair, picked what I was going to wear, and getting my stuff together. And then halfway paying attention to the football game, kept going in, checking the score. It turned out to be a pretty good football game, so I'm watching the score. And there's like 1 minute left in the game, and we're kind of out of the house. My wife just walks up and turns the TV off, and I was like, okay. She's like, what's the matter? And I was like, well, I wanted to see the end of that. It's a close game. She's like, we got to go. And I was like, okay, sure. And it wasn't, I'm a Seattle fan. It wasn't the Seahawks or anything like that. I was like, okay, that seemed like kind of a little bit of a harsh thing to do, but that's fine. That's not that big of a deal. And like 5 minutes later, we get in the car, and I was like, are you okay? She's like, I mean, it's just kind of one of those things. It's like, I just got me and the kids ready. And I was like, right.
Oh, so you can
I got
football.
Well, here's the thing. I wasn't like sitting down and watching football. It was just something that was on
Right.
But I was like paying attention to that while I was getting ready.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't thinking about it. I was just thinking about, I need to make sure I'm ready to get out of the house so I don't make us late. But then she was thinking that too, but also getting the kids ready. And it was, just like, like a common, I think it's like a common wife complaint. We see a lot online, a lot of the posts that we make and stuff in the parenting space. And I was like, man, what a stupid idiot. It was just my dumb dad moment was just like, I'm like somehow I'm like my 7-year-old son. Like, I'm ready. I did a good job getting ready. It's like 4 of us live here, and there's food going over there, and and like all this stuff. It was like, good Lord, what a stupid idiot.
The worst
and
part
then
is,
I just felt really bad, and then I didn't feel bad at all that she turned the TV off, and I was like, I don't blame her at all.
Yeah. The worst part is she probably was going to say something to you at some point during the game, like, could you help? And just looked over at you with your shirt probably just buttoned wrong, and you going,
missed a button.
Oh, God, how did I do that? And then she just went, never mind, I'll just handle it. Just mumbling.
So, yeah, one of those.
You mumbling to yourself, is this mustard?
Good reminder, like, you can chip in.
Yeah.
Honest mistake. I mean, I wasn't trying to, like, put it on her. I don't ever try to. No, it's not, like, intentional that I'm like, well, she'll just do it,
Sure.
like. But it's also one of those things you bring it up, and it's like, oh, man, I kind of do wish you would have said something. Not that it's her fault or it's her responsibility, but I kind of wish you would have done it because I would have only felt bad for like 5 minutes, and then I would have hustled and gotten help, got the kids ready. But this time I just felt bad like the whole car ride.
Yeah. My wife and I are very good at talking about whatever's bothering us or whatever.
Yeah.
I've made this joke on the podcast and on social media about having the argument in the car beforehand. It's never once gone the way it went in the car.
No.
Never.
You can't write the script for an improv, Kevin.
I did like a television adaptation. It's poorly written. It's the acting is terrible. And then the real one, you're like, oh, that's where the budget went.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's like she has notes or something.
It's like she had a valid complaint, and that your rebuttals, which were catered to her complaint, because you didn't know what her complaint was.
Yeah.
So you just made some good rebuttals to an imaginary complaint, which wasn't strong because it was just really to support you to win the argument. None of that happens.
Yeah. I think that's why lawyers get paid a lot of money, because they don't generally show up to court and go, all right, what are we defending?
Yeah. What's going on here? No, that's fair. That's
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Objection.
Oh, my gosh. You must have got really good grades. Yeah, there we go. That was my dumb dad moment.
That's pretty good. Mine was, so I had 2. But only one on Thanksgiving, and then we can move on. Mine was, so it was another one. I talked about this on last week's podcast. That middle of the night, one kid comes into the bed. Later in the middle of the night, the other kid comes in the bed. We're just like, it doesn't happen much, but we get both. It's not fun for anyone. So my wife, neither one of us mind doing this. We've both done it. I actually did it this morning, which was you take the little one back to bed. He's on the bottom bunk. It's kind of on the floor, like it's the mattress. It's not. It's on like a, but it's not raised. Yeah. So you literally just kind of roll into the bed with him, and
you lay there. You guys lay there with him.
If it's like 3 a.m. or something like that, yeah.
You just finish off. You just cap off the sleep there
because there's a chance. Like he just hits this point where like if you put him down and go back to bed. There's a chance, not always, but there's a chance that he's gonna follow you. He'll wake up no matter how quiet like you move. Back. So sometimes like his bed's not uncomfortable. It's a big, twin, but it's like you can fit in it. Anyway, my wife goes with him that morning, Thanksgiving morning, and I stayed in bed with my daughter. And I don't think I knew she went to bed. So maybe I just remember my wife leaving with my son, but I remember just waking up and seeing my daughter on the other side of the bed, and I was just like, "Oh, that's sweet." Like looking at my daughter, loving moment. Look over her shoulder. The light is like blasting through the blinds. I'm like, the sun's not up at 6 a.m. when you planned on getting up.
Yeah.
But the sun is wide awake right now. And I mean, I full panicked.
Hey, because you're hosting Thanksgiving today.
I'm hosting Thanksgiving and I am
you're
smoking
not
the turkey. So I rolled out of bed as fast as I could. Luckily, it was only 6:30, but that kind of set everything back. So I'm just like outside, getting the smoker ready, getting it going. And the instructions for it were like, season it and then let it sit for an hour. I was like, not happening.
Yeah, we're already losing a little bit of flavor there.
So I seasoned it first. It was the first thing I did. And then I was like, let me get everything else ready. So at least bought it sometime. Anyway, who cares? So I set everything up and I get it going. And then I proceeded to tell everyone at the party because I made a TikTok about it. I am the dad who's like, if I'm smoking, we're going to talk about it.
The pride. That's what it is. The pride you have.
The pride you have,
the grill,
which is insane because doing something like smoking a turkey, or roasting a turkey, or even deep frying a turkey, it's the main dish if you eat turkey. So it's a big deal. And it's a one shot. You can't just like microwave a second one if this goes badly. Yeah,
that's true.
So there is that. So I was smoking it, and I'm talking to people being like, yeah, they said 8 to 10 hours, but that was at 225. And at about 11, I cranked up to 350 based off a recipe I read. So I think we'll be fine. No, it took 8 hours. We ate like an hour and a half to 2 hours after.
When you thought we were going to eat.
We told everyone we were going to eat. We're eating at 2. It was like 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
when we,
but by the time we sat down. That's fine. It was good company.
Yeah, no, it's great.
But that's hilarious.
It wasn't.
It's always going to take.
It wasn't, and I say this with love, but it wasn't like extended family when it can start to get quiet.
Yeah.
And then your relatives start making comments. How's the food coming?
Yeah. Stressing out there, Kev?
Yeah.
Smoker's plugged in, right? Well, you don't plug it in. Well, you kind of plug it. Okay. How about you just back away from the smoker?
Should we go to Denny's? And I was like, don't do the Christmas Story thing. So yeah, we went late on that. That was my dumb dad moment. And I set myself up for it.
I mean, whatever. We didn't mean to hang on it for too long, but we're going to have dumb dad moments on Thanksgiving. So there you go.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to Arbor Day. So
yeah.
So we'll do a quick update here. I think the last time we left you, or the time before, the door handle broke in my house, and it only works if it goes up, not down.
Back door to your house, door handle goes up to open. Yeah. Otherwise not operable.
Otherwise not operable. It all just feels like it's, when it's like, when it rains it pours, that kind of situation. So did we get to the scratching of the tub, the rats possibly under the house? I think we did get there. We were hearing like the bottom. That's a really great, comfortable sound to hear, by the way, at like 11 o'clock at night. It sounds like somebody's scratching the bottom of your bathtub. And you're thinking, that's got to be rats. I'm praying it's rats. Because otherwise I don't know what's going on down there.
Good Lord.
So, quick update. I took apart so one morning it was like, I don't know what to do here. We were going to give my daughter a bath. We're going to run a bath. It's like, it's been a couple days, honey. We got to give you a bath. We're in that situation here. And
that seems to happen on holiday breaks.
Holiday breaks.
Where you
I know.
You gotta take a bath.
I know. This is like, I think we had texted you too, because this is like the day before, and it was like, hey, we might have to come all shower at your place.
Yeah.
Because we only got one bathroom, and we were drawing a bath for my daughter, and 5 minutes goes by, and you go to check the water level to turn off the water for the bath. And I went in there, and there was like 2 inches of water in the bathtub.
Sure.
And I was like, oh, no one forgot to flip up the drain. It was like, should be holding water. It wasn't holding water.
Yeah.
It also was cold water. That was like, what is happening? that was a quick fix. My wife figured out, it's happened to us before, the pilot light just went out on the hot water heater. So we relit that. That was fine. But, I mean, we're running water there for like 15 straight minutes, and we can't get it. We're just like, I guess we're not doing a bath tonight. So the next morning we wake up, I'm like, we got a little extra time here. The day before, I'm going to try to take apart this door handle, see if I can see what's going on with it.
Yeah.
So my wife's in there going, maybe there's something wrong with the drain thing, you know? So she undoes it from the bathroom and pulls it out and like looks at it, like doesn't look like anything crazy. So she sees a YouTube video, put a little bit of petroleum jelly on there. Petroleum jelly. Put it back down there. It might just be a weak seal or something like that. So she's testing it as I got the back door open. So she's running water, and I can just hear all the water dumping underneath the house. I mean, like it's just straight going underneath all the bath water. So now we have a problem. Now we have a different kind of problem.
Yeah.
Now our theory is, wow, that's a pretty heavy coincidence. It sounds like someone's been scratching at the bottom of the tub, and now the drain doesn't work. So we get the plumber out there. The guy goes under the house. He's only under there for like 60 seconds. And I go, did you see something? He's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, the rats chewed 2 holes in your PVC piping down there. 2 separate, like 2-inch holes in the drain. I mean, when they say it's cold, they're going to find a way in. They're going to find a way in. So like the other night when we were running, we were just
feeding them,
giving them like a muddy bath.
Oh, they probably got a bath.
Yeah, they got a nice bath. It was like, this is really nice under here now. These guys really care about us under here.
God, I wish they had hot water.
Yeah. So these guys are like, so we got Terminex rat guys there. We got the plumber there who's like climbing under the house going, they're chewing holes in your plumbing down there. So he had to go to go to the hardware store, get the right stuff, come back, fix it. So he ended up fixing it all, but it was just like, dude. And then, so that's where we are. In the meantime, I look apart the door handle. I don't really see anything other than there's a tiny little piece of metal in there that looks like it broke off something. So somewhere in there's a little catch, probably that catches a spring somewhere on the downstroke, broke. I just like, I don't have time to do this. So I just put it all back together.
Yep.
It was like, different day, we'll ask the landlord, do we need to do all new locks now, or what are we doing here? You know, do we want one key for
the rats
one?
Eat the locks?
Yeah, I don't know. So, and then just to put another pile of dirt on the. I don't even know what that analogy is.
Okay.
So I go into the garage. You know, we've been talking about doing the garage. We're doing like the garage cleaning. Yeah. So I go, it was like the other day, I'm like, all right, I'm going to spend the final maybe afternoon working on the garage. Yeah. I go to open the garage door, the garage door opener. It like opens and shuts like that quickly. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Maybe I didn't push the button all the way. Push the button again. Nothing happens. I'm like, okay, that's weird. I'll go into the garage. I'll push that one. Mm-hmm. I push that one. It struggles and it kind of wants to go up. And then I notice like the metal track from the motor to the door is like wobbling. And where it's bolted to the frame of the garage, those 2 bolts have just torn out of the wood in my garage. Just ripped the wood off, splintered it off. It's not rotten. It's not termites. It's just like after all this time, it was just like, we just can't do this. We just can't do this anymore. So, I mean, I've never even heard of that happening.
I mean, I think you just need to go full poltergeist and just go to a motel. Don't just whatever you can carry.
The rats are disassembling my home. Yep. So anyway, so they set traps. We're good there. But this is one of those things like, are we serious? What is happening?
It's always one.
I don't even know what to do there. I just undid the arm so I can manually lift up the garage and shut it.
Oh, yeah.
But like part of the frame of where that was attached is ripped off. So like, I don't really know where I'm supposed to mount it now. I don't really know what the solution there is.
I mean, guys, write in. Help Evan fix his garage.
And when it rains, it pours, and I think I need a boat.
Well, it was pouring rain on the rats under your house.
Yeah. So, you know, the thing is like, I don't even own a home. And I'm like, I have the homeowner's issues. Yeah. Maybe I'm just they're prepping me for it.
Yeah.
I'm getting prepped for that situation. I don't know what to do here, man. None of this stuff works.
Oh, well, hey, good luck with that. I mean, burning the house down,
Yeah, thank you very much.
burning it all
Go pretty
down.
quick.
Sounds like it will. If the gas stays on.
The foundation's wet, so that'll be fine.
So my parents, as you said, my parents visited
Yeah.
for Thanksgiving. So they stayed for the weekend and took advantage of that to get the holiday decorations up, which we don't ever do this early, but we were just kind of like, why not? They were hanging out, and it was like day 3 of 4 of them hanging out, and it was like,
are you in all staunchly like? Do you take part in like the? Like, I don't like to listen to Christmas music until after Thanksgiving. I like to wait.
I wait till after Thanksgiving.
Some people are like, you're insane. As soon as like that's what we're doing, but like I just feel like
some people
it's good to like sort of have something to look forward to.
Yeah, some people hate it. And they're like, not until December 1st. And you're like, why are you taking other people's joy? That's
I feel like I'm already losing the battle with my wife waiting until after Thanksgiving. So I'll take just after. She's like, I really want to. I mean, I'm not. I feel like I'm controlling the home, but I just don't. I don't put it on.
You're like,
I don't. Yeah.
Siri,
if I hear one Mariah Carey note, I swear to God. So.
I think we did listen to a song or two because my daughter just started singing.
All right, that's enough. That'll be this it for this week. We'll
shut it down. But no, otherwise, no, we wait. And then, it was like next day started taking down Thanksgiving stuff and then putting up stuff. And then it was Sunday. My parents had gone home the day before. And the house is just like a wreck, but not like, it's just disorganized. You know, it's not messy. It's just disorganized.
A week, the kids. Now here my friends, the kids were off for like 2 days, 2.5 days.
Yeah.
From Washington or wherever. We had a whole week here. So we had like got through a week of neither of our kids being in school. Everyone home all week long. So I imagine, my home we're still not recovered.
In disarray. So Sunday we were gonna go out and do stuff that morning, but for reasons we had to like wait for a delivery that had to be signed, and it was like, let's just wait for it. And that was like, who knows if that was the right call on our part or not, because it was like that. I think this might be our day. It's the way the world works. Because we're waiting, it's gonna take all day.
Yeah.
If we leave now, it should be here in 20 minutes.
Sure. If we wait here, it'll be here in 3 hours.
Yeah. So I was like, well, let's start decorating the inside of the house. Mm-hmm. We've decorated the outside. I put up the lights on the roof and inflatables, and I got almost all of it outside. Let's start doing the inside of the house. And my wife she was working all week, and then when she was off, we were hosting. So she was just working all week. Yeah. So she was really looking forward to a Sunday of like doing stuff. So that kind of helped to turn it around of her like cabin fever. It's like, well, we're still in the house, but now we're going to decorate and listen to Christmas music, and it's going to be fun. So she got into that, and she made one comment, one like offhand comment about the kids' books that we have and how messy the shelves were. That's what it was. And she was just like, I started putting stuff on. We have these like bay windows, and next to them are these shelves that ceiling to floor built into the walls. And I started putting stuff up, and she was like, it doesn't really make sense to put up Christmas decorations on messy shelves. I misread what she was saying. I'm not totally clear, but I know what I did was wrong.
But I went through about 340 home decoration reels on Instagram to see what the tips were.
So I started
What am I missing?
I started going through all of the children's books we have and bagging the ones that are just like kids aren't interested in them at all, and or they're too young for them. Because there's some books that they're too young for, but they still get jazzed about.
You mean too old for?
They're too old for. Like Giraffes Can't Dance. They're still like
threw away Harry Potter, threw away all Lord of the Rings. They're too young for this stuff.
Yeah. Atlas Shrugged. They fall asleep every time. I don't have Atlas Shrugged. It's important to note that.
Okay. Mark that down.
So I started just like, organizing the shelves, specifically the children's books, and I'm putting them in bags and stuff. This is a project now. This isn't like you got to go through this. Should we donate this? Do you think my brother and sister-in-law would like these? This one's Star Wars. They got a kid who's
This pile here is graphic novel. This here is all of Mo. This is Mo Willems. This is a lot.
None of those left. We still have all the Mo Willems.
yeah.
Those aren't going anywhere.
Do you? I mean, some books that they're probably they don't read much anymore, but you're not going to get rid of.
Yeah.
Do you have books like that? Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the books that were gifted to them, we keep those. We love when people sign.
Yes.
Sign your books. When you give somebody a book as a gift,
Yeah.
sign the inside of it.
Yeah.
I love when we get to those books and we read them at night, and it's like, all right, that's right. This was a Christmas present from
the Christmas
aunt and
ones
uncle
especially
or
are
whoever.
really nice. This Christmas is especially nice. Any of the ones that are obviously like there's ones that both my daughter and son have. One of them is called "Where Are You, Lucy LaFerrier," and it's basically like a Where's Waldo book, but it's an adventure book. Like it's like, why are you time traveling?
Yeah,
I
gave it to you.
Yeah, I know. I'm just describing it for the readers.
Yeah. They are money. Those are really fun books.
So those books are great. They're great little like, I'm going to keep those forever because they're specific to
Got rid of it.
specific to the name. You didn't sign it.
We tore out the pages we liked.
Yeah. Framed one of them. So anyway, this project took most of the day.
You have another dumb dad moment coming in a second here?
That is the dumb dad moment.
Yeah.
That is the one. So we did that. And the funny kicker to the whole thing is like, so we didn't really decorate the inside of the house.
Yeah.
And then we do that up to the point where I'm like, I got to clean this up and like leave it. Like I got to clean it up and put it back to just like pause. This is how we live now because it's getting bad.
The project got too big.
Yeah. Put this on hold. So I've got bags of books in my car because I was like, you got to get rid of the evidence of like all these books.
I know. As soon as the kids see a bag of books, they're like, oh, look at these books. And they're going to go through them all and
pretend they like them. So that night we went to, and we know it was the Sunday of, Black Friday weekend, but we were like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And we were right. It was fine. We went to the mall and it was pretty chill. I mean,
really?
Because it was Sunday and I'm like,
late afternoon?
Late or early evening.
People have been shopping for 40 consecutive hours.
The people who wanted the deals got the deals.
Yeah.
Now everybody's just kind of doing something, kind of like us.
Yeah.
And here's the great kicker to the whole story. We walked around. We got the kids some snacks. It was fine. And then as we were leaving, we see a store that just opened, and we went in, and it was a bookstore, and we spent $50 on books. I gotta finish that project.
Universe
because I need the space.
Wild, man.
No plans on buying books, but we
What a-
went in and they were like they
what a
were still
bunch of
having their Black Friday sale.
They got you.
Everything was 75% off. 75% off. As they say, as my wife says about the Costco rotisserie chicken, they're taking a loss.
They're taking a loss. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I mean, it reminds me when you say like when you're starting to go through stuff and you're starting to you have to pause in the middle of the project because the project got too big. It's like when I'm going through the garage, like getting rid of stuff and like which one am I keeping? What am I reorganizing? What am I getting rid of? But then it like gets a little bit too late and it's like we should probably start dinner.
You start throwing things up in the rafters.
Well, yeah. Then now it's like, oh, now I got to put. I mean, half the stuff is in the driveway now. I can't just have it.
Yes.
And then I start thinking like, okay, but I think based on how much time I have right now, this stuff could stay outside. Uh-huh. I should put this and this back in the garage, but I think this stuff will be okay overnight outside.
That's the funny thing.
I bit off more than I could chew out here.
That is the thing. I was doing this book project with the children, reading books, just like picking them up and burning through them. And I was like, they're going away.
Yeah. Running out of room, man. Running out of room.
If you guys have any dumb dad, dumb mom, dumb parent moments, please let us know. You can email us dumbdadpod@gmail.com, or you can DM us on Instagram. We're at the Dumb Dads, which is also our handle on TikTok and Twitter. We don't have anything else, right? We're going to leave it there.
I don't think so. I was going to say we started a campaign today, so we started like a little fundraiser for us. Today. So we
Yes.
wanted to talk about that before.
Which is kind of another dumb dad moment. Almost a dumb dad moment.
Almost a dumb dad moment, which you can explain in a second, which is fantastic. So, yeah, we've been talking about this for a while. We wanted to like align ourselves with like a cool charity or something to do to give back a little bit, especially at this time of year. So we are going to work with No Kid Hungry and to combat food insecurity. And from today, which is the 28th, but this will be out. We posted it on social media, and we'll continue to do so. But this is just another reminder from on this platform that for basically any new follower or subscriber to the podcast in the month of December, we're going to donate $5.
An additional
$5. Yeah. Today we donated $1,000.
Yeah.
So we donated $1,000 today, which is cool. Citibank matched all donations today for Giving Tuesday.
Yeah.
So from now until December 23rd, on whatever platform, we will keep track. We figured that out. That's our little dumb dad moment. Yeah. For every new subscriber to the podcast or new follower to the podcast, we'll donate an additional $5. So send our podcast out. Get your friends that are about to have kids listening in. We just want to extend the conversation about being dads, the dad experience, the modern dad experience, and what not to do. We talk a lot about what not to do on this podcast. This is not an educational podcast. This is we fail, so you don't have to.
Yep.
And so we got really pumped about that today. We launched it today, and so tell them, Kevin, how we almost screwed it up.
Yeah, it's important to know that we filmed it similar to if you're watching this podcast on YouTube, which is we're at the Dumb Dads or the Dumb Dads on YouTube, as well to watch these podcasts in full. But to do the editing process of that, you have to match the audio with the video, which is not like we don't have to do that on TikTok and Instagram for the most part.
We're just talking to the phone.
So the editing is a little bit trickier. We have to just match it, and then when you cut it, you have to keep them together and all that stuff.
Yeah,
it's not the hardest thing, but I'm emphasizing that we did all of that, then cut a video together, captioned it, added stickers for Instagram and stuff like that, and links and all this stuff, posted it. It was up for an hour or two before my wife walked in the room. I'm in the kitchen making myself lunch, just bobbing my head like an idiot, having a great day.
Making my lunch with both my thumbs and nothing else.
And she was like, "Do you know how to track your followers on the podcast?" And I was like, "No, I have no idea. Do you know how to do that?" Because she has the podcast. And she's like, "No, I have no idea how to do
just
that.
Edit it and post it."
I was like, "Okay. Let me call Evan. Called you.
Yeah.
Do you know how to track followers on the podcast?" No, I have no idea.
Used to. Well, used to because, and it sounds worse than it really is, but we've gone through, I think I initially was editing the podcast, and so I figured out how to post it on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
And then it was additionally difficult to figure out how to post it on different platforms. So, we're on multiple platforms, on Spotify and Stitcher and all these podcast platforms. But it's hard to get all those analytics in one place. And so we had gone through a couple different companies before, and then now that we've been on the Believe Network, we've been able to figure out a way to track that. But stupid that we didn't look at what the number was when we first started. We're
so dumb.
We launched the story all right, we're committed to it. We're gonna donate more money. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be so fun to ramp this up until the end of December. What are we doing? It couldn't just be any more of well, we thought we thought, what's your idea? Well, we thought of the idea.
Yeah, it was a good idea. We were able to backtrack. We were able to figure out, so we will be able to.
But it just goes to show you.
Find out who they are.
When it's basically a team of two with the wives of the foundation of what we're doing here, trying to help us out, reminding us all the stuff that we're forgetting to do. We're just flying by the seat of our pants over here. So
if you're really excited about things and don't do the research.
So hold strong. Like I said, send it out. Let's get some new subscribers, and so we can continue this conversation, and we'll make an additional donation at the end of the month. It'll be awesome.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
Thanks to @Verdue on SoundCloud for the intro and outro, and thanks as always to my lovely wife Annie for editing this podcast. Evan.
Yeah.
Do you have a joke?
Let's see. Shout out to the people who know what the opposite of in is.
That's the joke.
I don't even know how that's a joke.
I'm
so sorry about this book.
Or don't tell people about this podcast. It doesn't matter. Okay, bye.
Stay tuned for more dumb dad moments. Bye.
Welcome to the world, little one. Welcome to life.
How do I stop this?